the other smartphone so that I can see you and your questions. I think I put it over here like this. Oh. Mine, yo, whoop. Okay, hello friends and followers, and welcome to another live stream. I'm a professional streamer now. This one was the sketch that we did together yesterday. After that, I made another sketch for Robert. How it's going? Yeah, it's brilliant. I feel like I'm a professional streamer now. I did this one for Robert. I really liked to work with the letters because we got an R, B, E, R. O and T are not so strong letters, but in combination with so many strong letters, it had to be good. Smoe live every day now. Hey, Nick. Yeah. And this morning I already finished this sketch for the family Escalante. And the last order that I still got is Zeroe Oneer. And as I'm sitting here anyways, I thought, let's do this. Let's do this together. Morning cup of smoke, yes. Oh, by the way, my cup is already empty again. Zeroe Oneer. So I start. Oh, I want some more light. Some more light on this side. Maybe if I open the window, that's better. Finally catching a live stream, yay! Okay, Zeroe Oneer. I start with the letters in general. I would love to make Zeroe, and the Oneer I would make it smaller down here. Hey Blazy! Hey Blazy! Good morning. I think we can even go a little bit more down, 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 down. Like this. Sugar Charm Shop 100. What is this? What is this for a currency? Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I've just seen your broccoli this morning. Check out Sugar Charm Shop, who's in the comments right now. She's doing tiny stuff. Thanks a lot for 100 DDK, whatever currency this is. Thank you. So Sabe, yes, Sabe or Zabe, I don't know how he pronounces his name. A lot of people are writing about Saber in the comments. I've just seen the documentary about him. Such a cool documentary. So I like to have the Z in the middle a little bit. So our countries are attached to each other. Denmark, yes, but yeah, I just didn't know it. Why does Denmark? Is Denmark not part of Europe? I have absolutely no idea about geography. Why don't you have the euro in Denmark? This is crazy. I thought only Switzerland has its own currency and uh, Great Britain again after the Brexit. So you make a pretty easy Z like this. We can make it longer later. Okay, some people are confused about the broccoli that I'm talking about. I will show it to you right now, real quick. Sugar Charm Shop. This one. This is what I've seen this morning. She's in the comments right now, and she does pretty tiny vegetables that are extremely tiny. And this was the broccoli that I've seen this morning. Just so that you understand what I'm talking about. Let's see. When I did the live stream yesterday, I was pretty nervous for the first, I would say, 20 minutes. And after that, it felt like just sitting here and sketching and talking to friends. And I'm still in the nervous mode. So I'd like to have a slicing over here, that the E goes into the Z. C. Let's make an R with such an ending. Hello, Liv from Spain. He finally made it to one of my live streams. We were just writing on Instagram a half of an hour ago. Zeroe. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Hey Toll, what up Smoe? Toll, yeah, I'm sketching. You want to, Jess Robles asked me if I can do something different. If I ever painted in a different style than my own. And yes, of course, I've painted so many different styles, but I always tried to make it one day to paint like this, like painting extremely standard without no weird extra elements. Everything is clean, everything looks like you really know what you're doing. And yes, of course I can paint in a different way, but then I don't like it that much. And yeah, this is why I paint like I paint. Jedi asked what he or she needs to do so that I paint the name of Jedi. And you can go to my website on 15th of November, and then I will unlock 5 more sketches. Because after this sketch I will start editing a new YouTube video, and recently I'm testing the editor from yesterday. If you were in the live stream yesterday, there was a nice girl who offered me to become my editor, and I've sent her all the material for one of the YouTube videos. So maybe I suddenly got an editor now. Maybe, we will see. And yeah, and when I have finished the new YouTube video, I will unlock 5 more sketches. So just check out my website on 15th of November. So, and I want to have a different E on the right side, like I have the first E. So this one is just a curved bottom part, and here I will make it in 2 parts, like one part is going down like this, and we got a second bar that is going like this. And I want a different top part like this. So I will make over here in 2 parts as well. Like one, maybe like this, maybe longer. Zero. I would just add a tiny bar. Like this. Yeah, and this is now the basic construction of the Zeroe sketch. And now I already noticed that the Z needs to be a little bit longer, to go a little bit longer down here, just to give it more flow. This is so much better. We can already think about the slicing, so that we show the most important parts of both letters here. So I want to show the whole curve.
Bist du live?
Yeah. Oh. Chivapchichi. I need to eat a little bit, sorry. Tasty. The plate is perfect. Brame asks if I have heard something about Chuck. No, I didn't hear anything about Chuck. What is going on with Chuck? Does he not upload anymore? Does he take a rest or what? Christian Mason asks, what is the hardest letter? And if I ever wrote Chinese symbols, Japanese symbols. The hardest letter, in my opinion, is the letter V. The letter V is terrible because you can't do anything with V. V likes to become a U so fast. If you open V too much, it becomes an L. To the other side, it becomes a J. V, if you make it too round, it becomes a U. V is terrible. V is the most stupid letter. Ah, okay. Brahim says that Chuck doesn't react to his direct messages. Yeah, probably, maybe you were annoying and this is why he does not answer anymore. So, okay. It would be cool if the E was longer and would go down here. But then we had the risk that the R becomes a B. And we don't want that. So, we will do it anyways. With a big block, we can avoid this problem. So we can close the gap over here. Really nice. So, and now let's think about which parts are the most important. I would like to show this edge over here. Yeah, this is what we're doing. Thoughts on tattoo, and if I have any, asks Jose Robles. No, I don't have any tattoos. And I don't want to have any tattoos because I know that I will not like them after a short period of time. And I don't want the pain. I don't like pain as well. So if I don't got any tattoos, I will not be annoyed. Oh, and the last risk also is that the tattoo artists that the tattoo artist doesn't do it in the way that I wanted. So yeah, I think the probability that I'm really unhappy after getting a tattoo is so high. The process is painful, and so I don't think, and I have to pay for it even. So I lose money, I have pain, and I will be frustrated after a while. I think this is not worth the money, so I don't do it. But I like to see tattoos. Back then I was always collecting tattoo magazines. And my favorite tattoo artist is Paul Booth. But I don't got any tattoos. I like to see them, and I like when people have tattoos and they can talk about it and they tell the stories about it. But yeah, I don't have tattoos and I don't want a tattoo. Do you think tattoos and graffiti go together? No. I think tattoos and graffiti, that recently there are so many people getting like bombing tags as a tattoo from graffiti artists who became tattoo artists as well, because they don't want to paint commissions and they want to work indoors all the time. And I can absolutely understand it, especially when you're a character artist, when you do characters. But I've seen so many really bad graffitis as tattoos. I think there is still a lot of improvement possible. So we want to put the honor over here. Should I do a small r? I will do the small r. The small r is one of the ugliest letters as well. So let's underline it a little bit. So now I think this one still needs to be a little bit bigger. If I have heard about cute MK Ultra, I know a cute guy who's doing super nice characters and everything, always with a yellow secondary light source, everything pretty three-dimensional. I don't know if you were talking about the same guy, but he's extremely good. What's the difference between writing one and oneer after your tag? I don't know, to be honest. Most writers who have one behind their name, they pretend that they were the first who are using this name, and it's like putting the crown on top of your name, that you're the king, that you're the first, that you're the best. And it is funny because on TikTok there is a Smoe one now, and he even has an Instagram. He's Smoe one official. Yeah, I think the time for this oneer is already over, because there are not enough letters for the amount of writers worldwide. So we need surnames, like our name and the surname, or like in ancient times, that your name plus the city, that you're because there's the Smoe from Italy and the Smoe from France and the Smoe from Russia and the Smoe from New York. I get a lot of artworks of him, and people tag me in it, and I always say, no, it's not me. It's the Smoe from New York. I think the time of the oneer is over. Yeah. Nicolo Polo writes it's 90s time with the oneer and one. Yeah, I think the time is over. Okay. This already looks nice. But it would be cool. It would be cool to have some extra elements. Like one here. Or just this is cool. Like if this element would come out of the E, it melts together with the Z, but there's still the arrow that seems like it had a connection to this element. Or maybe we can do something similar on the right side. Maybe from the R. No, this would be too long. When they are too long, this does not look good. Yeah, there's something over here. There's still something missing. I absolutely agree with Nicolo. So maybe I make the classic rabbit over here as well. This sort of serif, but an edgy one. Jose wants me to paint a star or an arrow. Yeah, I would love to make a star over here as well. A star would be cool. So let's, an arrow would be cool, not a star. Maybe a star? From here, from there. Or directly from the, I will make it directly from the E. Like this, maybe. Yeah. I would love to have something that is or I changed the O. I changed the O a little bit and let it grow like this out of the O, that it goes down here. So I change the top of the O so that the O is the source for the extra element that is going down there and is the counterweight for the arrow on the left side. So that it goes down. Ah, no, it has to go up. This is going down, so this has to go up like this. Okay, we'll make this one shorter so that they are not colliding. Make this one up. It even connects with the serif of E over here. And then we got enough room for a nice arrow. While this arrow is going out, this arrow is going in, so that the arrow still touches a little bit of the serif. So we use the same rule on both sides. Yeah, this is great. Okay. The O becomes a black hole, yes. With shadow. Holes are dark at the end. So I need to show this tiny kink. This melts together. So we still got a little bit of room for something in here. And to close it a little bit. Chip is always good. Putting a chip over there. So putting another chip over here. If you can see this motion from the E that is going a little bit down because of this kink, and I underline it even with this, so it goes like oh. Moin Smoe, Grüße von Chris aus Münster. Yeah, greetings back to the next big city, Münster. Yeah, I would love to put a big lid on top of the O. I think this makes it more interesting over there, and we are pretty much done with the first lines. So I think this one can be a little bit longer. Entenliebhaber writes, Smoe, ich liebe dich. Smoe, I love you. Yeah, but I'm not a duck. So if you're the duck lover, it always helps if you have no idea what you want to do next, just to continue painting the same lines that you have already painted. Okay, this is slicing, slicing, melting. Would be cool if this was melting. And this would be melting as well. I think we got too much slicing over here. This will make it a little bit cleaner. Good. I'm happy. A chip over here. Chip over there will help. Zero, 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 zero. Yeah, I'm happy. I'll sketch the blocks. The blocks are facing downwards to one vanishing point. And after that, we can finally start doing the outlines with a fine liner. Nicolo Polo writes that it looks more massive over here in comparison to over there. I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit. But I have never managed it to paint the perfect style for a long period of time. And if I do these black and white sketches as a commission, I try to make them in about 2 hours or sometimes even 3 hours. And if I'm happy during that time, it's enough. And I know that when I see them in a week, I will already say, I would love to change this angle, I would love to change that.
Schatzi,
Ja?
willst du noch mehr Chibab-Chichi?
Ja, wenn du noch Chivap-Chichi hast, bring mir gerne welches. Oh, tu mal da drauf.
Muss jetzt nicht alle essen.
Ja, tu die mal da drauf, bitte. Ich kann die nicht anfassen. Du musst die, weil sonst habe ich fettige Hände. Dann kann ich hier nicht weitermalen.
Ist das immer noch Livestream?
Ja. Smoe, did you ever study calligraphy to refine your letter style? I studied typography, and calligraphy is part of it. And yeah, this definitely helps to think in rules and to know what how one letter causes things to another letter. Sugar, cookie. Hello, MG. Yeah, I thought when I do these sketches anyways, and I'm sitting here, it might be fun for you to see me sketching, and I can answer some questions and eat something. Okay. This already looks nice. And I sketched the background now as well. How is it possible to get my nickname to get drawn by you? Just visit my website on 15th of November and it will be available. You can buy one of these next sketches. I will sketch the background now because I want to have some bubbles that are covering some parts of the blocks. And if I paint all the outlines now, I can't put bubbles over the blocks anymore. I've done the same effect. I've done the same effect in this sketch. And if I would have painted all the outlines first, this would not be possible anymore. And this is one of the main disadvantages of painting on paper. You can't cover everything at any time. Like you can cover everything with a spray paint, or you can cover everything when you paint digitally, or with the Molotov or Montana cans markers, acrylic markers. And I always start with bigger bubbles and add some tiny bubbles besides it. Of course, the broken halo will be on top. Top. And now we can start doing the outlines. My beloved outline marker is the Copic Multiliner in 1mm size. And I do all the outlines in this medium size thickness, and I will make all outlines thicker later. But that's the way how I like to work the most. So I can still do some tiny corrections here and there if an outline is a little bit wobbly. I still can refine it when I do them a little bit thicker. Greet from Colombia. Hey! MG, also huge thanks to the 3D Shadows tutorial. Oh, Dale the airbrush guy is there as well. Hey! Hey, Dale. I still got your t-shirt here somewhere. I always wear it when I'm not recording. I need to think about that. If you don't know Dale the airbrush guy, please check him out. He does insane airbrush artworks. Really, really enjoyable to watch. So much faster than the stuff that I'm doing here. Yeah, I always, Kefir says that the paper is very helpful, and I always, ever since I have a paper underneath my hand, because I got so sweaty hands, because when I'm painting, I'm so full of concentration. I'm always very focused and I'm sweating so much. Especially lines like that. Beautiful. And you can see this tiny flaw over here. There's such a tiny mistake, and when I make all the outline thicker later, all these tiny flaws will be gone. MG says that his hand starts to hurt when he's sketching too much. Oh, look over here, there's a tiny mistake as well. I know this feeling. And you can make some bending exercises, but as I don't know where you got the pain, Dr. Smoe will not give you any advice. Because maybe if I give you some bending exercises, it will be worse afterwards. But I was suffering from the carpal tunnel syndrome. This is a terrible pain that you got exactly over here, and it feels like if there was a nail inside there. Terrible. It was so painful that I was not able to hold a cup of coffee anymore. I was not able to paint for several weeks. Then I was at the doctor, and the doctor told me, yeah, okay, you need a surgery. And I said, yeah, and how long will it take? Yeah, you get a surgery, then you will have, you will not be able to use your hand for 8 weeks. And I was just not rich enough to afford it. And then I had to see that I find another way how I still can paint, even if it is painful, and get rid of the carpal tunnel syndrome. And I found some genius bending exercises, like over bending the wrist, and I did this every day, and after a week I nearly had no pain anymore. And always when I feel a little bit of pain in my wrist, I do these bending exercises, and yeah, I did not get any surgery until today, so I hope that I will never need a surgery in my wrist because of the carpal tunnel syndrome. And a lot of tattoo artists have the same problem. Sup. 188 people are in the live stream. Thanks so much. This is so cool. I add a tiny block over here where the O is overlapping the R. A tiny block from the E that is overlapping the R. Tiny block here as well. Zup. Zup. Yeah, Dale writes that airbrush guys have the same problem with carpal tunnel. My best friend Jan, he is a hair cutter. How is it called? He learned to cut hairs, and oh, thanks Liv for €6. And he said that the hair cutters have the same problem. I think it is all jobs that where you do the same repetitive motion, like painting, like cutting, like airbrushing. It is, I think our wrist is just not made for stuff like that. Thanks a lot, Liv, for the €6. Zeti! Holy! Why are you so crazy? €10. I get rich today. Yesterday in my first live stream this year, I was suddenly so surprised because somebody made a donation, and I did not even know that this exists here at all. Thanks so much, Seti Graffiti. I will melt the E, the I of the E, to the nose of the E, like this. Seti and Liv, if you have any questions or something, please feel free to ask if you're putting these big donations in here. Copic outliner is the marker, yes. Copic multiliner, 1 millimeter size. Blocks in your east? No, there will be block, of course. Has anyone created a 3D print of a graffiti? Are you talking about stuff like that? It's really helpful to have stuff like that. I haven't forgot a letter this time. No, MG. Yeah, this was stupid. I was just nervous. Zeti asked if I prefer to paint characters or lettering, and I absolutely prefer lettering. I can paint characters, it's not a problem for me, not at all, photorealistic stuff, everything. But I think letters, I just enjoy painting letters more. I think there is more magic in it. Hello, Bruce Gonzalez. Bruce is always active in the comments. This was not a sausage, this was chivapchichi. I don't know where this food comes from, but it's some sort of a sausage. What is the longest word that I've painted now? It is what was the name? I need to think. I don't know right now. It was. I need to see. I have it on my iPad. I will search it real quick. But I forgot the name. The longest word that I ever painted was daily Smoe folder. It was in the full color folder. Full color, I think. It was. I think the live stream is soaking all the internet away. I will see if it loads. The longest word. But I think the longer the words get, the harder it is to make it still look like, to make it look cool. If it gets too long, it always looks weird. So 5 or 6 letters is always good. And you need at least 3 letters. 2 letters is already pretty hard, and it always looks like a crew bombing or something. But I'm super happy with 4, 5, 6 letters. The longest word. Why doesn't it load? Load. Ah, this one. This was the longest word that I've ever painted. It's Style Mania. It was for a book, but the Style Mania book was never made. But I made the sketch for the title of the book. Gary writes that watching me paint puts him in the mood to sketch himself as well. Yeah, I think a lot of people see my videos while they're sketching themselves. And weirdly, some people see my videos to fall asleep. This is something I absolutely can't understand, but I've heard this already several times. That people, if they can't fall asleep, they use my raw videos. And this is the reason why why my raw videos have such a great watch time. And I always thought, they are so interested in my work and they sit there with full attention and study everything, make some notes. Is this a commission? Yeah, Bruce, this is a commission. Where is the music? I don't know how to make music. This is an ASMR video. It does not require any music. It is just my voice and the paper. And me eating these weird sausages. What's up? What's up? Yeah, this looks cool. So then we still got some blocks here, and I put some bubbles in there. And some bubbles there. You like the Z? Thanks a lot, Bruce. M-Style 1 is also sketching right now. So cool. Yeah, greetings back, MacDita. Greetings to Switzerland. Yes, of course. And greetings to Spain. Jake Moore says he's also a father of 4, and how do I get it that quiet? Yeah, our daughter, she's still at the kindergarten. My wife is recently getting her back home. And my boys, I can hear them right now. They just came back from school and they're downstairs doing some weird stuff. And our oldest daughter, yeah, she's 17. Who knows where she is? Hi! I use a thinner fine liner, a 0.3 millimeters fine liner for these thin lines. I think I got enough of them now. Oop. Okay. No, I changed the 205 people seeing this. Crazy. Jake writes, his are 8, 6, 4, and 2.5. And it's a madness. Yeah, our youngest is 3, my boys are 9 and 10, and the oldest is 17. So there's a big difference between them. If I know Lumit, yes, I know Lumit. We already had some beer together. So let's do the bubbles first. But I've never painted with Lumit so far. But he's a super nice guy. Very open. And very, very nice. Taxon asks, biters are copycats. Do you ever came across any? Not in real life, but there are a lot of people who copy my stuff, and I always feel honored. And I have a whole folder on my computer with the with copies of my Smoe styles, and some of them are really good. There's even a graffiti art team in Arabia who sells my artworks and they paint my artworks. But as I think that I did not invent anything, so all if you cut out tiny parts everywhere in my piece, it is not that unique. It is. I never tried to be very unique and have very unique own elements. I always try to be the mainstream, basic, standard graffiti style. This was what I was always interested in. Like, what can I reduce? How can I make the letters look cool without having to add so much weird things? And so I think my letters are not very unique. They could be from Can2 or Scene or Cope or Chess or whoever there, or Dare or copies are a way to learn for yourself. Yes, absolutely. And it's an honor. It's an honor when people think that the stuff that I do is so good that they can choose from so many great graffiti artists from all over the world. If you open Instagram, that it is full of great talents, and if somebody chooses my artwork or my letters and paints the same and even tags me in it, I think this is such an honor. And nobody can steal the next artwork that I will be painting. And if someone is so good that even I was not able to see the flaws, I think I would really contact this guy and try to become friends. Lucky one shot. Can I have a commission done, please, Smoe? Yes, of course. Just set yourself a timer for the 15th of November, and then there will be 5 new sketches on my website. And on 1st of December, there will probably be 10 new sketches. And what I just don't like is when so many people are waiting for me. This really, I hate this, and this is why I have to limit the amount of sketches. Because this is one of my artistic problems. If I have a project, I think about the project. It is not possible to tell me like, hey Smoe, I have this one wall and I would really love that you paint some cats on it. Maybe you have a great idea, and I tell this person, yeah, I can make it in February. But from this second, when I say I can paint this in February, my brain blocks some resources for these stupid cats. And this is why I am not able to block a half of a year for projects, because then I have a half of a year of projects in my head, and I'm just not able to think properly anymore. And this is the reason why I did it at the beginning of this year. I painted all the commissions and I always said no to everything. To real good stuff I said no. until I had no jobs anymore and I felt so free. This was such a great feeling to have no projects, to have nobody who's waiting for you. And I've learned from this feeling, and this is why I reduced the amount of sketches that are available in my shop. Because I just can't handle it. My brain has a problem with people that are waiting for me. Okay, the next one. Sketching and coloring takes time. It's a slow process. Yes. There's still a tiny block missing, and I forgot one of the thin lines, and there's still a tiny block missing as well. Okay. And the question is, what does the block do in here? I think it goes like this. Like this. Omitsu Pains writes, I'd be so worried about eating around my drawings. Smoe, you're a brave man. Yes, I know. Yeah, if I destroy this sketch accidentally, I will just paint it again. The second time I will be so much faster anyways. This is not such a big problem. Oh, there's another line missing from the R, where the R is slicing into the O. Good to see how much time it really takes. Those time-lapse videos always depress me. Yes, yes, I think most of the graffiti videos, they look like extreme action, and it is so cool and so fast, and every line is perfect. And yeah, this is all fake. It all takes time. It all takes so much time. But it is good. It is good. I enjoy it that it takes that much time. I love to work slow, take the time that I need. So the block will be in a very dark gray. When will we see more Smoska? I was discussing, you know, this live stream thing is pretty new to me. And what I'm doing right now is more some kind of a test, because I want to test how I feel, how I can handle live streaming, if it makes any pressure on me, if it is possible to do it while kids are in the background, and so on and so on. But if it turns out, if this test turns out like I expect it to turn out, I will do more live streams, probably on Twitch or here. And then the Smoska stuff, like that I use some sketches of my kids and paint them with my skills and so on. These are great projects, and you can do them for like 5 hours or 8 hours real time. It would be great, I think, to do more live streams, and because I don't have the editing, and I would have regular uploads, if I would say, okay, maybe every Friday or whatever, or every second Friday in a month, I will make a live stream. I think this would be cool. And then I will definitely make some Smoska stuff. What do I think about Doke that he said that he don't want to paint graffiti anymore? Yeah, it's his decision. I think it is absolutely okay to stop painting graffiti. I think it is not okay to continue painting graffiti and to be depressed all the time or to annoy your friends that you're painting with. I know so many people who are really not in a good mood while painting because they're painting stuff that they actually don't like. They paint stuff that they're painting because of their friends or because of their history, because I do it for 15 years now and I can't stop. No, you can stop always. You can stop today, stop painting and go fishing or do something that makes you happy. And if Doke stops painting graffiti letters because they don't make him as happy as they make me, I can understand this 100%. I think this is a pretty bold decision to say that that you stop painting graffiti. But did he really say it? I think his last prints, they are graffiti letters. But he's doing recently all these faces and cats, and when we painted together he made this big fox, and I think it will make all sense in a year or two. I had some times when I was not able to paint letters as well. It was in 2012. I had so much stress. I was doing a lot of commissions and people were not ordering letters. They always want landscapes, flowers and stuff. And we got our first son this year, and suddenly having such a small baby again, and we married this year. We finished university this year. We moved to a new flat this year, and there was so much stress that I did not have any capacity in my brain left for the stuff that I love the most, which is pretty weird. And I was painting no letters for, I think, for half of a year or something. I think this is okay. I painted walls every day, painting and decorating. That's my job. Yeah, and you need to be very professional to do it every day, And when you do it every day, it is not possible to do it every day with passion and love. And this is something that happened to me with my YouTube channel recently, that I fell in such a hole because I was uploading weekly and suddenly my own schedule felt like a jail to me. Like I felt not free anymore because I was not able to do this project that I want to do today, because I have to edit today, because in 2 days I have to upload, and this is terrible. This is terrible. Creativity and a daily schedule is this really, you need to be a very, very strong person to get through the days when you really don't feel like I want to paint today or I want to to do this stuff today. I think this is absolutely normal that you have some days where you don't feel like painting. Yeah, true, mate. Well said. Sometimes I hate my job and I'm sick of it, and this is normal. Even the most celebrities that are singing in front of a big audience or whatever, they have this same stuff as well. You can't feel great every day. It's not possible. And so many people who are extremely rich kill themselves because they have just too much responsibilities and stuff. I think we all need to take our breaks, and even if we paint for some time snow letters, it's okay. I think it is good. And I'm really looking forward to the development of Doki, where his journey will go. He made so much improvement with the characters and everything. But what I'm really curious about is this AI thing, to be honest. I just got an email from a company that has something to do with this AI illustrations. And I would really love to test the AI if it can paint graffiti at all, because I think that the AI can easily paint like a Van Gogh or like Salvador Dali, but I don't think that the AI can paint like any graffiti artist. I don't know if Doke, Buffy asks if Doke said that he stops doing graffiti, but we all see that his YouTube videos, the most of them recently, are not about letters anymore. The last letter video that he did was in the school, where he painted the school, and I think that he said in some videos that he wants to try other stuff recently. So this is not a very new information to me that he does not paint letters recently. But I think this is part of every development. If you're improving your skills, sometimes you come to a point where you have to do something absolutely different to improve again. And even I had these times. I was not able to paint letters. Hans Peter says that letters were not his strength. Yeah, this is your opinion. I think his strength was doing videos. I think it is the combination of everything. He's so much better in doing videos like myself. And when people compare us, because we are friends, like, Smoe, your letters look so much better or whatever, I always say, yeah, but we are 10 years of a difference. He's 10 years younger than me. Of course his letters look different than mine. Artyom Medvedev says that Doke really said this, that he stopped painting letters and focusing on characters. Yeah, maybe he really said this, but it's obvious. It's obvious. We can all see the difference in his videos. Bruce. Bruce says that he didn't know that there's such an age difference between us. Yes, but it is. Thanks a lot for the compliment. I'm already 37 years old. McDita is 61. Yeah. I hope when I'm 61 I will chill in some live streams as well. Kellen asks, what's the year when I started doing graffiti? It was the year 2001. On the 29th of January, I bought my first spray cans, but I started dealing with letters and other stuff in about 1998. I was sketching about 2 years before I started to paint the first time with spray paint to a wall. And the day when I went to this hardware store and bought my first spray cans, and I felt like Harry Potter getting his magic wand, I knew that this is a big moment for my life. I felt like a superhero entering this hardware store, buying 5 spray cans, which were way too expensive and really bad quality. Tucson started in 1988. I was 3 years old back then. In 1988. Zero, zero. And you wrecked your first paint, yes. Cool. Yeah, it really depends on the circumstances. Over here we are such a small village. Everyone knows everyone. It does not make that much sense to wreck stuff here because they will find out real quick. Tucson. Okay, Tucson. Hans Peter, yeah. Bruce Gonzalez asks if Montana cans reached out to me or if I asked them. I asked them because back then I was painting a big artwork together with Moan, and maybe you remember this. This big wall that we painted together with Brain Paint Circle at the Aerosol Arena, where I painted this McDonald's clown that is cutting this big cow in some parts. and I painted 3 days in a row, and I did not have any pain in my wrist because of the carpal tunnel syndrome, which was I was suffering from it back then really hard, and I was already pretty afraid to paint such a big wall in only 3 days. And this project was sponsored by Montana Cans, and I did not have any pain after 3 days of painting with these cans. And I did not paint that much with Montana Cans back then, because I was still using the cans from Molotov. And I asked Molotov, I asked them if they want to sponsor me, and they just denied it. They just said, no, we don't have any budget for it, or we don't have any budget for me, or because they were sponsoring Dope back then. And so I wrote an email. It took me about a week to make it as short as possible and to tell Montana Cans all the advantages that they will have if they work together with me. And yeah, and they just answered yes. Okay. But I already had like 20,000 more followers than Montana Cans themselves, and I gave them all the numbers that my YouTube channel makes and how many people see it. And of course you need to offer them something so that it makes sense for them to sponsor you. And at the end, if you imagine that they just give me some cans and each video is like 5 or 10 cans that get empty, in comparison to the reach, it is a really good deal for them. But I'm happy with their products. Okay, Zeroe. Okay, I will add some bubbles here as well. Just bubbles in the background that are not going over the block. And now we will erase a little bit, and I think we are already halfway through. J-Bomb Studios is 50s and just started sketching graffiti again. And he did it in his early teens. Yeah, this is so cool. I get a lot of messages from people who started in the 80s or even in the 70s and did it for some years and completely forgot about the letters because of family responsibilities and kids and everything. And then I got a message that they built their own backyard walls, or that they start sketching in black books again, and this is so cool. And I really hope that I can do the graffiti stuff and that I still love it and I'm still passionate about letters until I'm really old. Not like 50, more like 80 or 90, something like that. This would be cool. Being the grandfather who teaches the nephews how to paint, how we painted graffiti letters back then. Yo kiddos, old grandfather will tell you something about letters. Joseph as well. Joseph is 49 and just started again. Yeah, this is so cool. Okay. as the next step, we make the shadows within the fill-in. So all these parts that are overlapping over each other, of course, they make a tiny shadow. This is a cast shadow that gives it all a little bit of three-dimensionality here as well. The extra bar makes a shadow on the E. Tiny shadow there. The oner makes some shadow on the E as well. This. Tiny shadow here. Oop. The E makes the shadow on the Z2. Super tiny shadow here. Oop. I think I got them all. If I forgot a shadow, please write it in the comments. You are my backup. Chameleon, was ein Toyboy, fast 2 Stunden für einen Stunny Outliner. Yeah, absolutely. I love to be a toy that paints slow and talks some weird shit. And you like to offend people, so feel free to offend everyone here. We like you. Toys are better people. For sure. And I think that I will probably even paint an hour longer, so this this will even take 3 hours. Because now I make all the outlines a little bit thicker here and there. And after that I will cross-hatch the bubbles. So yeah. I think most times when people Riven, yeah, hey Smoe, was geht ab? Hoffe, dir geht's fabulös, nur meine Meinung, aber ich denke, ein wenig Hintergrundmusik würde den Stream von einer 10 von 10 auf eine 12 von 10 bringen. Okay, Riven1 says that some background music would be nice, but I don't know if how to apply background music to it. I think I will see a YouTube tutorial maybe later, because if I just make music in the background, it will probably sound pretty ugly, and I don't have any playlists or anything. And then everyone will start complaining about the music taste, and because I don't got a very sophisticated music taste. I just listen to radio sometimes, but most times I don't listen to anything. I like it so much more if there's no noises around me. And this drives people crazy, especially when I'm driving with the car and everything is quiet. But I can't drive the car that good anymore when there's music running. Yeah, it looks so much better with thick outlines. I can help you with background music and running OBS. Rika Shae. Rika Shae. I just wrote down your name on a piece of paper. Maybe you can contact me on Instagram or something later, and then we can discuss these things with the music. I got this OBS thing already because I would really love to have a second face cam, but we will take care of all this stuff in the next weeks. This looks so much better with thicker outlines. Over here I will carve a little bit the shape. Yeah, good. Sup. Beautiful. What kind of music do you like, by the way? Because graffiti stuff is all about hip hop, but I think it's some kind of a cliche. Yeah. I don't got a music taste. This is the problem. I listen to all sorts of music, like from Rammstein over even Helene Fischer. She's a German singer, or it's all over the place. One of my favorite songs is a mantra from Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan, I think is her name. Or what's her name? Mul Mantra? Nee, Snatam Kaur. Snatam Kaur. This is such a beautiful song. But my music taste is super weird. Or my not existing music taste. I don't listen music enough to have a really good taste or to have an opinion about it. For me, music is just there and I don't care that much about it. And most times I just listen to it when other people listen to it. And when I'm alone and I want to listen to something, I listen to podcasts. I listen to other people who are talking about different topics. Hello Smoe, do you know Act 1? Yes, I know Act 1 and his friend Kren. and I really like their TikTok stuff that they're doing, because it is so random, it is so funny. I think they're doing a good job, and Acte One has an insane style, really good. Crane also, but I like Acte's style personally a little bit more. And I would really like to meet them one day. Looking great so far. Imagine Atemlos in the Rammstein version. Yeah. This was a joke that only Germans can understand. Yeah, check out Kren on TikTok. I follow him as well. His barbecue videos are legendary. I really don't understand the concept of the videos. It's like, it's just funny. I am always happy to see him doing absolutely random stuff. Okay. This is not visible. Not visible. Let's add some black chips here and there. Have you ever painted with toast or dime? No, never. All these kings from like the early 2000s that I discovered back then in the magazines, I did not paint. The only person that I already painted. No. Sometimes I even painted like the fifth position besides me was already Can 2 or Kent or something, some of them, but I did not paint directly besides one of these guys. Okay, let's cross hatch the bubbles. First of all, they get an outline. Whoop. Then I take the pencil and mark out a round space that will not be hatched. And then I Liv, yes, you're right. I painted with PDF Crew and Baker, but they're all. I think PDF Crew. I don't know if they're a younger generation. I think they are around 40 years old. Some of them are younger. And like Dime and so on, they are all 50 and older. And Baker is my age. Rubicon on Arte published a great docu about Escher. Oh, yeah, Escher was insane back then. Escher Arte. I need to see that. Escher was one of these guys back then who painted in a complete different way than everyone else. But I've never seen anything of him in real life, only in magazines. Yeah, this looks good. Ah, from this Escher. Okay, the other Escher. MC Escher with the stairs and everything. Yeah, he's insane as well. I got a book from MC Escher. Whoa. I think you all know the artist Escher from 18 whatever. When I show you the stairway, where is the stairway? Need to search it. Like like this is so crazy. This is so crazy. He's a master. I will see the Escher documentary anyways. Thanks a lot for the tip. Pokebombs Tommy has this book as well. Yeah, I think it's a must-have. I have something from Escher and to read about his philosophy. The weirdest thing that I read in this book was that he thought that every child can paint better than him. And this is something that all artists have this problem, that they think that they are not good enough. We are our own worst critics. So true. Rubicon writes, Leonardo da Vinci could paint with his left hand and write with his right hand the same time. Yeah, congratulations. I already heard so much stories about writers who do this at trains, who do the fill-in with the right hand and do the outlines at the same time. I've never seen this in real life. I will believe these stories when I've seen this in real life, and until then, I have real problems to believe that. But everyone is able to convince me when I see it the first time. Okay, this looks nicey nice. I think there are still a little bit of tiny details missing. Pokebomb Stormy says that it is hard for him to talk and tattoo and paint, etc., and that he's always so focused on his art that he does not remember what he was saying. And yeah, it's the same problem to me. But this is why I always I paint, I talk a little bit, I paint, I talk a little bit. It would be cool to have someone in my ear who reads the questions to me. I need to ask Tösa, my cameraman, the next time. I need to go a little bit back to see it. I'm not 100% sure. I want to add some gray designs first before I do a second background or something. Sup. Zero, zero. I would say we are close to be done with this one. I think I'm happy. So then we add a greeting to the family. Sup, 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 sup. If these are touch markers, no, these are Copic markers. But touch markers are pretty much the same, but they are just cheaper, and these are more expensive. But what I really like is the color that is on the lid. That is really the color that comes out of it. And back then, with all these other cheaper markers, you always need to try first what color is in there, because the lid always was different in comparison to the color inside of the marker, and this really annoys me so much. Yeah, I think we're done with this one. I like it. Zeroe. So Zeroe, if you see this, I hope you like it. I will put you down a little bit so that you can see all the details a little bit more. Okay, that's it with this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. Thanks, and bye-bye.